Hello, girls.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good, and you? Very good. Great.
Fine. How are you?
Excellent.
Oh,
Splendid.
glad to hear that.
Yes, because after this we are going to drink some
Wine.
wine.
Yes.
And
and
eat
some
something.
things. Yes.
Well,
A couple of things.
Couple
Yeah.
of things.
okay. Remember, this is recorded. You are going to watch this tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not that we are drinking in the morning. Oh,
Wow.
yes.
Oh,
Why not?
are we?
I don't know. I don't know.
Not so sure.
No.
But well.
But well, okay. Okay, girls. Today we have a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
Yes. That it's very important for us because we speak a second language,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
good or not. But we speak.
The way we can.
Yes. We are like bilingual. Like
Okay.
bilingual.
Almost. Yes.
Yes. In my case, I'm speaking English most of the day. You are speaking English
Now
most
I'm
of the
doing it,
day.
Yes.
Not me.
And you during the weekends. Huh.
Yes.
Okay. Good. How do you?
Thanks to playing with others. Thank you.
Yes. How do you feel speaking a second language?
For me, it's like difficult because I would like to say the things in a better way or to be more like to explain more things
Okay.
in a comfortable way, but I always end in saying the same or
Using
Say-
the same words.
yeah, and maybe don't say a lot of things because I don't know how to say it.
Okay. So you think that you need more vocabulary, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
that's for
practice,
sure.
whatever.
Yeah,
Me
both,
too. Me
both.
too. No?
Everybody.
Yes.
Even in our language.
In our language, yes.
Absolutely.
Of course. I speak so bad Spanish. So bad.
We all do, but it's
Yeah.
because we don't know like the basic structures.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
forgot.
And also, I was living in different places, and
Yeah.
all of them
Absolutely.
have a different way of saying things.
Absolutely.
So it's so hard.
Yeah, it is.
And in your case, how do you feel speaking a second language?
It's so weird because I feel like I am divided sometimes. My brain, most of the times, thinks in English
Yeah.
because I don't know if it's easier to think in English. I have no idea, but I have to speak in Spanish, so I have to divide my brain and speak both languages.
That is something that is true. I
Yeah.
saw a lot of memes in Twitter, like, I don't know, like you're in your home, in your bed, and you start talking in English, like,
I talk to myself in English
Suddenly.
sometimes,
Yes.
and I don't know why. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
really
because
know.
it's simple. Maybe because I can take some distance from my way of thinking normally in Spanish.
Okay. That is interesting.
And you?
Okay. Speaking a second language for me is very important because open doors and open windows and open
Things.
a lot of things.
Yes,
No?
of course.
So I feel that despite maybe I can say something in one language, maybe I can explain it in the other language. So I have more options
Yeah.
to express myself. For example, maybe I don't find the words in Spanish. For sure, I find them in English. That is weird because it's not my language. And in the other way around. No?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can't find the words in English. And I said, okay, it's this word, but I can't say it. So maybe I can use, I don't know, a dictionary or something to help myself to express. But it's interesting because you think that you're limited, but you have more words
yeah.
in the This is strange, no? It's so crazy. I love it. Okay. How you said that you can detach from the real feeling when
Yeah.
you speak in the second language.
Yes.
Why is that, my dear?
My dear. Okay. So apparently, some researchers found that
Nerd moment.
Nerd moment. Yes, we have to make an alert or something. Nerd moment.
They know us.
Yes. So apparently, when you speak or take decisions or when you have to solve some problems, you can, I don't know, you can take distance. That's what I was saying. You can take distance from the problem or the thing you are thinking when you are talking in other language that is not your native language.
It's like you split your personality.
Yes, exactly.
You are one person in English, one person in Spanish, and
But that could be because you are like concentrated in the language because you want to be correct and express yourself.
The reality is that our culture is really influences our language. So when we speak in another language, we detach from all these culture elements that our native language has.
Yeah,
So
like
that
a
is
robot.
Exactly. That is a
Something
great
like that.
part of all of these studies. For example, they make people solve some ethical problems, and people that speak in other language and solve those problems in other language are more practical to solve them. Or, for example, to lie. They can lie easier if they speak in other language. And also they can express their feelings in a more effective way when they're speaking in other language.
that happens a lot to me. Many people told me that when I get angry, I can't speak English. I can't. I always say that my words in Spanish when I express my feelings are heavier.
Yeah.
They are more
I think
sincere,
the angry
honest.
words in Spanish are better than in English.
Yes.
We have more anger inside of us.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the R's and stuff like that.
Could be. But
Yeah, I think that's the reason.
yeah. But every time I involve my feelings and I really want to express them and share them, I need to speak Spanish. I can't do it in English because I feel that I am not talking in the correct way or
You
something.
put filters when you talk in other language.
Yes. I hope so.
No, but filters to your feelings, for example. Like you wanted to say to somebody, I don't know, I love you in Spanish, but in English I feel like you put this wall between your feelings and the person.
Like being serious or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also these differences in the language. No, for example, you mentioned I love you. I love you. But here in Spanish, we have different ways of saying that with different meanings. It's not the same to say te quiero or te amo. Like we are giving different.
There are different kinds of love.
Yeah. Yes.
Or amount of love. I think.
Yes.
Different time.
Yeah. It's not the same that saying I love you.
Yeah. So the strong feelings are the key here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe if I were, I don't know, American, and I say I love you, it has a lot of weight. But not for me, that I am not a native. So I need to express my feelings in my own language to make them.
Is it maybe because our culture, the Spanish culture in general, or the Latin culture, let's say, has a lot of feelings involved.
We feel a lot.
All of things, or relationships, or everything, or teams, everything. We feel a lot, and I think that English-speaking countries, or maybe I don't know, German-speaking languages,
think European, no, because Spanish from Spain. When I watch a movie or a series, they say No, they never say I love you or te amo. Never.
Yeah.
So I always say, how the hell they difference the meaning of the word?
Yeah.
How much they love me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in Spanish, Argentinian Spanish at least, or Latin, we can measure
Yes.
our feelings.
Maybe because they use the I love you, for example, in particular situations. And we, as Latin American, for example, we express our love all the time. We say a lot, exactly.
So intense.
We love you too, and we love our friends, and we communicate that to our friends, for
I
example,
love
our
you,
family,
Marie.
all the time.
Yeah.
And they don't do that.
Yes, can be that. What else says this research? Because you can be more honest too in another language.
Apparently, yes. But it's
We were talking about
sides. You have both sides.
because
You can be-
we were talking about the feelings. Okay,
Yes.
we are. I think that we are more honest when we are expressing our feelings. But you mentioned something related to lies.
Yes, you can
What
be
happened
more
then?
honest, but also it's easier to lie in another language. So they have this study in which they put all these people to lie in different languages, native or non-native, and the non-natives were better liars. So apparently, in all these things that you detach from your emotions and your culture influences, you can also detach from the truth in some point.
Yeah, but it has sense. I mean, it's
It makes
related.
sense, exactly,
Yeah, because
total sense.
if you can't express yourself truly, it's easier to lie.
Exactly.
So yeah,
And it shows how big is the impact of the culture on how we speak and how we perceive the world and how we relate to our world and to the other people.
So another good point of learning a second language. No, you can lie better.
You can lie better, guys.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Okay. Good. Are you good liars?
No, I'm a terrible liar. Maybe in English I'm a better liar than in
Have
Spanish.
you tried?
we can try.
I don't know. We should try.
I have a problem that I get red when I
Oh,
lie.
baby.
Oh.
You can see my face like becoming at me.
Okay. Haven't now thinking about this, no? Because the people who is in the other side,
The other side.
no,
of the screen.
who have had classes with me, many of them told me, "Oh, you expressed very good yourself. Maybe you did theater, or
Yes.
you are so extroverted." I said, "No, I'm not." And now that we are talking about this, I said, maybe it's a matter of the language.
Exactly.
Because I am speaking English and it's like a.
You're becoming another person.
Yeah.
You're playing a part. You're playing
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah.
I am playing a character.
That is
You're
English
acting.
teacher.
Basically, you're acting.
Yes. It's
So
like,
we are all actors at the end of the day.
at the end of the day. Yes. Yes. I feel
So
that,
my
no?
dream
Like,
came true.
I feel like speaking and working with the language is my comfort zone.
Yes.
So I feel very comfortable. Like I know that I am not so good or whatever. I don't care. I speak anyway. Eh, I know that I could do it better, but I feel very comfortable speaking English, and I can do it the whole fucking day. Like I don't care because I feel comfortable. No?
Yeah, exactly.
When I have to change into Spanish and come back to the real life, the things change. I am not that
Extrovert.
extroverted
Yes.
person. I know that maybe
You're
I
more
am.
quiet. Like
I am more quiet. Yes, and some of the students saw me in that way.
But that happened with actors too. Like
For
I don't
sure.
know when you see, I don't know who. I don't know, Peter Capusotto. You say like, oh my god, this guy
Must
to be
Hilarious.
hilarious. And when you know him, he's like serious.
Yeah.
And you say like,
They
he's
had
a
to
different
switch
person.
their personalities
Yes.
from character to real person.
Yeah, in general, when I don't know, I have a meeting, friends and whatever, I am not like punchy, punchy, punchy the whole day.
No, of
No,
course.
I am super quiet in general. No,
Yeah.
It happened to me when I was a student in Alas. Guys, I was a student in Alas.
yes.
And
Look how good you speak.
and Mika gave us homework.
Yeah.
Hi Mika, we love you.
Come back, Mika.
Come back. We most of the times you have to write something, right? Like an essay, maybe a review or something. So it was easier for me to take some distance from what I was thinking and all the judgmental things I have to say about some topic. So at the end of the essay of the review was really easy and fluent for me to write in English than in Spanish. It took less time.
Oh no, not in my case.
No, but it happens to a lot of people that maybe they start saying, "Oh, I'm not creative at all. I can't create a story," and maybe you give some triggers,
Yes.
no? And they start writing or speaking or creating ideas. Perhaps it's this, no? That the distance.
You take more distance
Yeah.
from whatever you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah,
also,
in my
too.
case, I think that the problem is the feeling insecure with the structure.
Yes.
Of course, I am.
Oh no, I can't believe that.
No, but I'm not. I know I don't feel secure when I speak because I don't know how to say the things, and I think it's even worse when I write.
Yeah.
Like it's more difficult. I don't know.
Well, but you are good in Spanish or not?
That is the point.
Okay.
That is the point. I don't. I can't explain myself or be creative because
you
I
feel
don't,
so sure in your own language than when you have to change. You start, I don't have the words.
I don't have the tools. That is
Yeah.
for me what I start thinking when I have to write. Maybe I could create something, but when I have to write the things down, it's like I'm paralyzed.
Also, what helped me with knowing my second language is that I could make my Spanish richer.
Oh yes.
Because sometimes I can't find the words in Spanish. I go to English, like I wanted to say this,
And then you
then I
change.
go to Spanish.
That is what I was saying. Or also that you can't find the word, but you can go to English and
You
go
do
to
the
the dictionary
translation.
and make it kind of yes, and you work on both languages.
And the language is more rich from that thing. Like
Yeah.
I know more adjectives maybe in English than in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I do the translation from one to
Yeah.
one another, and it works.
Yeah. So it's interesting how it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how culture make or gives the language form.
Yes, culture is everything. The language is part of the culture.
And how we perceive the world
Yes.
from that language.
Yes.
And there is an interesting movie talking about that is Arrival.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Ah, the one of the alien?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
because she's
Something.
she's an specialist in language.
Do something.
Amy Adams is an specialist in language
Yeah.
Enchanted?
and has to create a
She's
language for
Enchanted?
the aliens. Yes, she's Enchanted too. Great movie.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to see how the language is created and how the language helps us and gives form to other things.
But it's so interesting.
Yes,
So
of course, it's really interesting.
And now that I know that I can lie better in English,
You will lie to the students?
I will lie.
Okay, in general. Very good. But
Oh.
we encourage the students to learn more English so they can lie better.
It's very useful to learn a second language because it has like many benefits. not only this, the way of communicating, but also it's so good from your brain,
Of
Yes.
course.
um, everything.
Makes the brain cells more plastic in
Yes.
some way and help them to make more connections between them.
Yes. You know that our brain, as you said, is plastic. We never stop learning, and we need to continue learning things. The benefit of learning a second language, a third language, as many languages as you want, is that your brain start working in different places, and well, you avoid a lot of problems
Yes.
too. So, did you know?
Everything we need.
It's everything you need to learn language. Yes, it's so good. Also, the way you solve the problems.
Yes.
You
You
have
take another perspective. Like
yes, because you have different tools. Not only the tool of your culture, you have the tools of another culture. So you have more resources to solve whatever. So
Yeah.
that is super interesting because you say, okay, I'm learning just language, but you start
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
completely different.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only in the way you speak. It's like everything. You know? So it's super interesting.
It is. It really is.
Yes, I can be talking about this for ages.
Hours or ages. Yes.
Well, we want to know what do you think? How do you feel speaking a second language or maybe a third language? Because happens a lot with a third language that you start combining. You
Yes.
start combining, and
When I was in high school, I had French classes. And I started, you know that in French, some vowels sound, like when they are combined, they sound different. So my mind take all these vowels to English. And it was like,
Yeah.
no, they sound completely different. Was a big salad.
you
in
know
my mind.
what happened to me was super funny. Super funny. At the beginning of the year, I started learning sign language for a couple of days.
Okay.
Just that. But I learned, I don't know, the alphabet.
Yes.
The alphabet was in Spanish. That is not the same. The Argentinian alphabet is not the same in other countries because the sign language is different for any.
Oh.
Yes. So I had the alphabet and the symbols, no, the signs with your hands, and I was reading the alphabet in English. And you say, what the hell? I don't have to speak. I just have to move my hands. Or maybe read in Spanish. No, I was reading in English and I couldn't stop doing that. It was so hard. And some years ago, I started studying German.
Yeah.
I was terrible because German has a lot of English things. But
Yes.
the English has a lot of things from German.
The roots
That's
are
the point.
quite
Yeah.
similar.
So it was so hard.
Yeah.
It was so hard
Yes.
because I went to English classes and I started reading everything as
English.
no, what did I say?
German.
Okay, I went to English classes and I started reading like in German. That is
Okay.
more rustic, like it's similar to reading in Spanish, no? Like
Dynamic. Not
like
vague.
that. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
I get it.
and there are a lot of words like that.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
It was.
But
Same happened to me. I learned a bit of German and it was like I started speaking in English and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I restart.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's so difficult. But well, super interesting too. So we want to know what do you think? How do you feel speaking a second and third language, or maybe you know just one.
Yeah.
Maybe you just know English and you can understand us.
The other day I saw a video of the first place in Harvard, a student who was in literature or something like that, and he specialized in language. And someone asked him like, why we don't speak the same language in the whole world?
Oh yes.
And he and he said that that was colonialism.
Yes.
And it was
Very
like,
good.
oh yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes, I always thought.
Because it's something that I used to think like, oh,
Oh,
why don't we speak the same language? Like,
But,
it's so
I mean-
easy. But it was like, it's so rich that we have all these
Yes.
idioms.
Languages.
Language.
Yeah, but
It's-
how do you say when you say, for example, different
Ways of saying.
accent?
Okay.
For
accents.
example, because even in Spanish we have
Yeah, definitely. No,
It refers to the culture.
yeah, it is super rich, but there is a moment that you say, who was the beep who invented this?
yeah,
Absolutely.
something has happened there.
Yeah, but well, it's super interesting. So
Yeah.
let us know what you think. How do you feel about this? Give us examples. Give us
Yeah.
examples of your ways of speaking, of saying the things, and tell us if you are you are liars or not. How do you lie better?
Be honest.
Be honest.
In this case,
You
yeah.
can be honest.
Okay, girls.
Okay.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you in the next Flying with Us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.